Good morning, Neena ma'am. So, dear participants, we are going to start with our session. Today we have with us Dr. Neena Sharma. So let me briefly introduce her and then we will start with her talk. Dr. Neena Sharma is MPharm Gold Medalist and PhD from IIT, BHU. She is PGDMM from CIM UK and is an academician, corporate leader, and a successful entrepreneur and a consultant. She holds around 12 publications, 2 patents, of which one is US and the other is a UK patent, and is a Lifetime Achievement Award winner. She started her industry career as a research scientist with Procter & Gamble and rose through manager director and VP in Ranbaxy, Lupin, Colgate-Palmolive, Novartis, Pfizer, J&J, and Teva Pharma. She has launched several innovative products globally in generics and the nutraceuticals. She was a lecturer in Jamia Hamdard and in IIT BHU and has guided MPharm and PhD research scholars. She is a founder and managing director of Shamisha Resources Management, a company active in pharma consulting and executive search. I welcome Dr. Neena ma'am. She is going to talk today on nanotechnology for pharmaceutical development of nutritional formulations, opportunities, and challenges. I request Neena ma'am to start with her talk. Ma'am, could you please run your slideshow? Ma'am, you are still muted. Could you please unmute your mic? It's in the left-hand side corner of your screen.
Is it is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay. Sorry about this. Yeah. First of all, very good morning, and big thank you to Dr. Dilesh for inviting me for this talk. It's always pleasure to be talking to research scientists and academicians and the students, most important. And I had a little bit of short notice on this topic to present, but this topic is very close to my heart. And I have been working in nutraceuticals for more than about 30 years. And these nutraceuticals, I have launched several products. Some of them are very big brands also right now. In Lupin, I had launched a new division called Natural Products Division. And we launched products in herbal products, Ayurvedic products, nutraceutical products in India and also in US. Recently, I was associated with Zomato Nutraceuticals and we launched 143 Nutra products. And most recently, I have been working with a UK company where I have worked with the launching of nutraceutical and pharma products in cardiovascular and oncology segments. So I'll start with this talk on today's topic, nanotechnology for pharmaceutical development of nutrition formulations. What are the opportunities and what are the challenges? Now the agenda, a very brief agenda is like this, that nutrition is of 2 types. One nutrition is for the healthy individuals because they want to maintain. Sorry?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Could you please run the slideshow?
I went to the second slide.
You can begin with the slideshow because if you run the slideshow, the entire screen will be of the slide.
Okay, 1 minute. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So, as I said, nutrition is of 2 types. One nutrition is for healthy people because they want to maintain good health, or maybe they want to take their health to next level. And this happens with most of the healthy people. They are more conscious about health and they don't want to fall sick. So it's kind of prevention. Second, in nutrition is for patients. Now, there are some patients who are diabetic or who are kidney patients or who are heart patients or cancer patients. They have different needs of nutrition. So there are nutraceutical products which are designed for these patients who are not hospitalized. They are still at home and they are having medication, but there is a special need for nutraceutical products for them. And under this heading itself, there is a third nutrition for patients which are like, hospitalized or who are in ICU or who are in emergency care or who have difficulty in swallowing or difficulty in eating. So all this spectrum is there. We will briefly touch upon this. What is a nutrition need for all of these differently? What is the role of nutraceuticals or herbal products or supplements or even functional foods for nutrition in health and for nutrition in patients as well? We will talk about why nanotechnology is beneficial for nutraceuticals, why there is so much research going on in nanotechnology right now in nutraceuticals. There is a very valid reason for that, and we will touch upon that. Nanotechnology in pharmaceutical development is applied in every field, in packaging development also, in pharmaceutical development also. We'll touch upon this. Why and how this nanotechnology is applied here. What are the opportunities and what are the challenges? It's always a challenge. You must be knowing there are very few brands in nanotechnology in the market. And those brands which are available are a little bit more expensive than the other brands. Do patients or the consumer understand what benefit they will derive if they go for a nanotechnology formulation? There is a gap. We will touch upon that. What are the challenges here? And then we will have conclusion and way forward. And we will also have a brief Q&A session. Is this agenda okay with you or you want to add something?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you. So nutrition for health, since all of you are pharmaceutical, from pharmaceutical field, you know a lot about science, pharma, nutrition, and how to maintain health. And you must have heard about the healthy eating pyramid. Now, in this pyramid, how they have made which are the foods which we need to consume more? We all know is fruits, vegetables, and as the pyramid goes up, the food category which we consume should be less. So this is the way the food pyramid was designed. Why the food pyramid was designed? Because we have noticed that nutrition is a big deal, big issue. From last 100 years or more, or maybe as long as we are doing the research, we have found that nutrition is still lacking in many aspects. Even in India, worldwide, nutrition is a big subject of research. And to make people aware of nutrition, this health pyramid was designed and then this was communicated. I think it was designed by Harvard, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not very sure if I remember correctly. And this pyramid was publicized a lot, that please eat food from this category more and please eat food less from this category. This was a basic tool to educate the consumers as to what they should incorporate in their food or not. Then there was, apart from this basic food category, it was noticed that there are a lot of minerals, there are a lot of herbal products, there are a lot of dietary supplements which are available and which have been not included in this pyramid. So that's how the whole nutraceutical word was coined. What nutraceutical means is a combination of pharmaceuticals and nutrition. dietary supplements, and how this nutraceutical is different from the food which we eat. Of course, it's considered dietary supplement in US. It is called nutraceutical in and dietary supplements, food supplement in UK. But the origin is that these are the form of the usage is in the dosage form of pharmaceuticals. So it has more serious image, first of all. Second thing, these are tested, these are produced in a very hygienic environment, and then these are given with some specific claims. Now we are aware, all of you must be aware of the revolution of probiotics and prebiotics and gut-brain axis, the research which was done on gut-brain axis, and this whole probiotic and prebiotics and their role in the health benefit was researched. And there are a lot of products, formulations which are available in the market. Now, apart from this, there was one more thing which emerged, that we know that the nutrition requirement for different women is different, for men is different, for children is different, for geriatric population is different, for athletes is different, because athletes are doing very strong power training, and their requirement of protein is very high, first of all. Second thing, when they are doing these exercises and the endurance required is more, and there is a lot of muscle injury, and there is a post exercise trauma or the injury, and that's how the whole sports nutrition program came into being. So this is the mapping which has happened. Sports nutrition have been kept differently, and these are consumed by people who are gym goers or those who are even celebrities who are interested in having a good body because it is linked to their profession. So, and there is a third category, which is overall health and disease prevention. Suppose I'm healthy and I want not to have heart disease. I don't want to get metabolic diseases, heart diseases, cancer. What kind of diet I should have? So these are the categorization which has happened. And you must have noticed, there's a lot of commercialization which has happened. So whatever research was done in the research universities or in different organizations, all that had commercial interest. And when there is commercial interest, what happens is that there are overstretched claims. And it's always like, the organizations which are manufacturing nutrition products, they always like to claim more and more. But there are regulations and which allow them to make claims, but they do not allow them to make very strong claims. So there is a gray line between this, but still we see in the market that there are overstretched claims. In India, it is controlled by FSSAI. In UK, the claims are controlled through label. They check the labels. And in US, they control through label as well as through the facility. No registration is required. But the GCC countries are very particular. They test your products and they ask for stability data, and that's how they allow to enter in the market. So is it the mapping nutrition for health clear so far? Can we proceed?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the market opportunity in dietary supplements? I don't know whether you can read this, but it's a very, very big business, because we have seen the market size itself is about $164 billion. And it is what is most important is that the compound annual growth rate, CAGR, which is like close to 9%, very high growth. So it is always an opportunity. to enter nutraceuticals. And all pharmaceutical companies want to enter. And all new entrants which are coming in pharma want to go for nutraceuticals. First of all, it is less regulated. Second, the growth is very high. And you can push this through digital marketing as well. Now, as you can know, who takes interest in nutrition? Interest in nutrition is not taken by hungry people. Interest in nutrition is taken by people who have already, affluent society. So the biggest market we see is in US, Canada, Mexico, Germany, France, Italy, Europe, UK, Spain, also China. China has their own TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, and Brazil, Peru, Chile, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, all these are very good markets for nutraceuticals. The key companies which are operating in this are, you must be aware, you must have seen Amway, Abbott, Bayer, even Pfizer. Pfizer has a very good name, and American Health, GlaxoSmithKline, Himalaya Drugs, Himalaya Global Holdings is very strong in US and in global scenario. The Indian company which has gained a very good foothold is Himalaya Drugs. There is a lot of scope to enter because the research is going on. A lot of research is going on finding new Nutra products. So we see Glambia is more into sports nutrition. So whatever products you get in the gym, I don't know how many of you go to the gym, but you get the protein shakes and the protein supplements and carnitine based products. They are manufactured by Glambia, the raw material which goes into filling. So this is the market opportunity. A very big market opportunity is awaiting. Still, it is not saturated at all, and it is growing. So this is a very good field to work on, I feel. Now I come to, that was for nutrition for healthy people. Now I come to the nutrition for patients. Now you must have seen, there is a research which has been done, and we have found that the patients are the most nutrition deprived. When they are in hospital, they are given food at the fixed time. Sometimes they are not able to eat at that time. The food gets wasted. Then afterwards, when they are hungry, food is not available. That's one thing which happens in the general ward. And because they have less appetite, they are not able to eat. We have to offer them food frequently. That doesn't happen. So what happens is that when a person is sick, the requirement is different. The acute phase is hypocaloric, high protein nutrition, because there is muscle catabolism. So this nutrition requirement is different. In the chronic phase, you have to be more aggressive with calorie delivery. In the recovery phase, we have to be more pro-anabolic therapy approach. So malnutrition is something which is the most serious in hospitalized patients. And more than half of the ICU patients are significantly underfed. You must have seen the person goes to ICU and people feel, abhi ye wapis nahi aayega. Why? One, because that person is in the environment which is where he or she is seeing all the patients who are crying or very bad condition or dying. Second thing, their nutrition is also not given properly. This is a big gap. And that's how this whole thing, the person becomes more weak and not able to fight the disease. So this is an area which I feel students like pharmacy institutes like us should be working on and focusing on how to improve nutrition of patients. We focus on medicine. We do not focus much on nutrition. We need to see this. And sorry to say this, but there are dietitians in the hospitals who suggest many diets which are unpalatable, first of all. Second thing, it doesn't meet the need also. This is through my personal experience also I've seen. So this is an area which I feel we are lacking focus. Even industry is lacking focus, except for few companies like Abbott has done a lot of work on critical nutrition. But that they always do the work on, like, people who cannot swallow or something. I'm talking about people who can eat little bit, but the food requirement is not met. One area of very good opportunity to work. So nutrition for patients can be internal. Internal nutrition, lot of work has been done. Even parenteral nutrition work has been done. But what I was talking about, the other area where we are lacking research. Now, if we look at the classification of nutraceuticals, herbals, supplements, functional foods, it's quite arbitrary. The classification is very much arbitrary. Now, if you look at it, we can classify it as per the ingredients. Now we know that ingredients, flavonoids are there, anthocyanins are there, polyphenols are there, isothiocyanates are there, uh, phytic acids are there, lipids are there, omega-3 fatty acids are there, DHA are there. We can classify as per the ingredients. Second thing is we can also classify it based on their chemical structure, based on their mechanism of action. Or most of the companies like to classify it based on the, what we call it, the treatment or therapy area. It's not exactly treatment or therapy area, but the products for mental health, products for immunity, cardiac health, diabetes, anti-cancer, like that they like to classify internally. Of course, those claims cannot be made, but they like to classify products under this range. So there are products specifically for young women. There are products who want to conceive. So there are products, nutraceutical products, for the patients, for the women who are undergoing menopause, elderly women. Their needs are different. Then there are joint health is a big area, pain is a big area. So there are nutraceuticals which cater to this, and there is a focus right now on hair, nail health, skin health. For that also, Nutra products are designed. So you can classify it the way you want, but the industry classified it based on the benefit which they are giving. Now there is one new emerging nutraceutical area where a lot of research is happening, is on oncology supportive therapy. What is this oncology supportive therapy? When the people are going through the radiation therapy, when they have cancer, or they are going through chemotherapy, what happens is that there are a lot of side effects which they encounter, like dryness of mouth, nausea, drying of skin, hair loss. There are a lot of things which happen. They always nauseating and dry mouth. These kind of things are there. So for that, oncology supportive therapy has been designed. It's been very successful also, and doctors are prescribing it. So this is one area which we can keep in mind. And here, the pharmacist role is very important. Now, bioactive compounds in nutraceuticals, if you see, we have altogether a different Ayurvedic or herbal kind of thing for which the regulatory aspect is different for Ayurvedic classification. We can make stronger claims there. But most of the herbal ingredients on which research has been done are based on the active ingredient which was isolated, and the research was done on the antioxidant property or the other properties. So we know the carotenoids. Lot of work has been done on prevention of cancer. Lycopene, we know, is very good for men health. For it improves the sperm count also. quercetin, and isoflavones. For prostate cancer cell growth, beta carotene has been found to be very effective. Ginseng with anti-inflammatory effect. Saponins are considered to be anti-mutagenic. Tannins are free radical scavengers. Pectins for colorectal and lung cancer. What I'm writing here, there is a backup data research publications available. What I have captured here. Maybe if you are interested, you can go through all these research publications as to how they have demonstrated that these products, these ingredients, which are plant-derived, are helpful in preventing or even arresting the cancer cell growth. Now, there are other sulfur compounds like everybody knows about curcumin, selenium, tocopherols, omega-3 fatty acids, lipoic acid. These are all, market is flooded with these kind of products, lutein, zeaxanthin, CoQ10, and astaxanthin for eye care. We know it works actually. And probiotics, a lot of products available, even our physicians are prescribing. And resveratrol, anti-inflammatory, glutathione for Parkinson's supportive therapy, we are aware of this. Bioactives are unable to achieve the potential outcomes because of aqueous solubility, poor bioavailability. What happens is, many times you must have heard that, ye herb liya, but nothing happened. Why nothing happened? A pharmacist can answer. Because whatever we eat or we orally intake, how does the journey happens and how does the absorption happens is a very complex chemical and biological process, biochemical process. And there, if we are just navigating from mouth to the exit without absorbing the bioactive compound, we are not going to get the benefit. So that's where our topic of today interest is nanotechnology. So because of poor bioavailability, we know curcumin works even for Alzheimer's, but it works for Alzheimer's only if it is bioavailable. It doesn't work if we give pani mein ghul ke type. So these are the things which pharmacy and the pharmaceutical development people or people who are working in pharmaceuticals can work on this. How to make all these compounds bioavailable, not 100%, but at least 50%, 60%. Design it in such a way that a small amount also you take, it gives the benefit, visible benefit. These compounds are beneficial, but the dosage forms in which it is presented may not be. Now, I tell you one more secret which I have seen in the industry. I've worked with so many manufacturers and product development, R&D people in industry all over the world. And I have seen that the product development is not up to the mark. The analytical methods are not up to the mark. And that's how these nutraceuticals do not get the due credit which they deserve, because we are cutting short the product development, the stability studies, the packaging and interface, the compatibility studies. These are bypassed. Whenever I work as a consultant, I always insist on these things, that how we can achieve high class quality from design stage itself. So that's how we have to insist that compatibility study is must. Analytical methods should be validated. If you don't know how to do it full thing, at least take one biomarker and track it through these stability studies and give the shelf life with proper data. Microbiological testing, everything has to be done. So this is one big area of research. I feel I try to contribute, but I'm still trying. Now we look at the nanotechnology. Industry is taking a lot of interest in nanotechnology.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, that is by mistake of some participant.
Sure.
You can continue, madam.
Okay. No problem. So why nanotechnology they are taking interest? This nanotechnology research, who is doing? Nanotechnology research is done by people who are working on the raw material. So suppose I'm a supplier of, say, curcumin. For example, there is a company in Bangalore and also with the office in research center in US called SAMI Labs. Now they have published a lot of research work on nanotechnology of curcumin itself. And they go to the manufacturer who are selling these products and they offer these raw material, saying that this my raw material, my curcumin, which you will incorporate in your formulation will give you this advantage. So improvement of active bioavailability is the role of nanotechnology, which is being seen now. Now, there are sometimes co-delivery of active compounds that also can be achieved. Use of GRAS ingredients is very much important. Targeted delivery also can be done through nanotechnology. In cancer research, this is being done. Controlled release also can be done. And reduction of side effects. Instead of busting the dose of the active ingredients, we can have side effects can be reduced because we reduce the dose also. Protecting the sensitive food compounds. Now, there are in food and in dietary supplement, aroma and flavors are also very important. Because if the formulation is good, nice, top class, people like to take it. So this is how the aroma and the flavors can be locked in the food also and in nutraceuticals also. Suppose I'm consuming powder and it is tasteless, and I'm consuming powder which is very nice aroma and tasty. Good organoleptic properties of this formulation enhance the consumption. Prolonged shelf life, enhanced solubility. These are the role of nanotechnology for nutraceutical delivery. Now, nano nutraceutical is the new frontier of enhancement strategy. So now people are always asking, this market is fully saturated and this market is, what is new you are doing? And what is the path breaker? So path breaker is this, that we control the release, we co-deliver, we protect it from environment, from pH, light, temperature, and we give it in a nice packaging where it is shelf life is good. Here, the main challenge is the release profile for nutraceutical. For pharmaceuticals, we can do, but for nutraceutical, it still remains a main challenge. But I'm sure that with the kind of research which is going on, this challenge also will be overcome. Now, you must be aware, because you are pharmacy students, and there are pharmacy academicians, top class researchers. I'm really thankful for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. And you must be aware of what are the different forms in which the nano carriers can be used for nutraceutical delivery. So there are neosomes, there are nanoparticles, the nanoemulsion, nanogels. All these are available for nutraceutical delivery. And pharmacy people are very pro in delivering the formulation in this form. Nanoparticles as a drug delivery system using polymers, lipids, proteins. The examples are soya beta proteins, hydrophobic curcumin, which has been converted into nanoparticles, use of acacia gum and tragacanth to encapsulate gold and silver nanoparticles. The two flavonoids, hesperidine and naringine, have exhibited antimicrobial activity. There is a research publications available. And PLGA coated, hyaluronan coated PLGA, a nanoparticle from clarisage. It has been shown anti-cancer properties. Actually shown, you can check the research publications. Beta carotene loaded zinc nanoparticle for potential use in breast cancer. It is not yet established, but a lot of research is going on, and they do co-therapy with methotrexate. And they've seen that there is a synergistic effect. This really opens a big Pandora for nanoparticles in nutraceuticals for onco-supportive therapy. This is the main thing which I have seen in recent years. Resveratrol, which has exhibited greater anti-cancer efficacy, the research publications are available. These are some of the TM micrographs. These are the techniques which are used for nanoparticles estimation. Whenever we are making nanoparticles, we have to demonstrate that these nanoparticles are actually made and how it is estimated. So these are the techniques which are used for that. Nano emulsion, nano gels, euphosomes, delivery of both water in oil and oil in water, or hydrophobic, hydrophilic bioactives, nano emulsions of sea buckthorn, astaxanthin nano emulsion, nanogels, oval albumin dextran nanogel. It is designed using Maillard reaction. Rapeseed protein nanogels, carrier of hydrophobic bioactives, tea polyphenols nanogel using CMC and lysozymes are some of the examples which I have captured here. Apart from the formulation development, I'm sensitive about the time. So innovation in packaging has also been done. And you must have heard a lot of noise, and rightly so, about the climate change. And in packaging industry, there is a lot of pressure on recycling, biodegradable, edible packaging. That's how the nano work is going on. And nano work is also going on in packaging development to minimize leakage of carbon dioxide from carbonated drinks, also from creating more barrier. And so this packaging development, I would say there is more work in nanotechnology being done in packaging industry, which is a very good thing. And because they are under pressure. These are some of the marketed products. You can check more. There are a lot many which are available. Nano quercetin, nano curcumin. These products are available in the market, but they are highly priced. But people do not know whether what benefit it will give, because I tell you why. Our communication is with the marketing people, and they are knowing less about technology. There is a great partnership required between R&D and marketing to design the marketing strategy, because I feel there is a big gap. They do not communicate properly to the patient, or they do not know how to communicate. The right words are not used, the right things are not used. So this is my observation working with, I've worked with a lot of IIM people when I was working in Colgate-Palmolive and Procter & Gamble for several years. I worked for about 13, 14 years. And I have seen this gap. Even if they are the best of the brains, the communication strategies are not proper. Now, in conclusion, nanotechnology, as you can see, is a front runner technology and has wide application in pharmaceutical development, nutraceuticals, and also for ICU and critical care patients. Not only formulation design, we have seen in packaging development also. Bioactives known to have health benefits can be targeted, delivered on site, and ambiguity can be removed. Nanotechnology, bioactives for oncotherapy, for synergistic anti-cancer efficacy is an area of research. for our pharma brothers and sisters. And all that applied for human health is also applicable, don't forget, for pet care, for animal health as well. So this is the whole scope of, so there is opportunity, you can see the nano formulation and advancement in nano formulation, lot of work can be done. So if you get an opportunity, don't hesitate. This is a very good area to work. Challenges. The main challenge is commercialization with cost-effective technology. Mostly, I tell you what is the challenge. Tech transfer is a challenge. Commercialization is a challenge. Now, tech transfer has to be treated like any other pharmaceutical formulation. Process is understood, critical control points are not identified. Risk management we have to do, analytical methods we have to develop, in vitro, in vivo model selection we have to do. It's a lot of work going on in the US. Mechanism of action should be hypothesized, even if we cannot establish it. So with this, I conclude my talk, and once again, thanks a lot, Dr. Dilesh. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, I'm ready to take.
Thank you, ma'am. All the participants are requested if they have any questions. The session is now open for it. The session is now open for questions.
You can send me an email also if you think about any question later, and I promise I will answer you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
It was a very informative session. Your knowledge on nutrition market was very interesting, and I hope number of participants who are not doing this. Even the nutritional requirement issues which need to be handled when we are addressing a particular patient for a treatment, that was even very interesting. The classification of nutraceuticals will definitely provide an in-depth idea to all the participants for exploring more opportunities. Nutraceuticals that may be employed during oncological treatment was definitely very attractive, and bioactive compounds that you recommended that need to be explored on the scale of nanotechnology will surely be helpful for the researchers to come forward. Examples that you included related to cases of nano nutraceuticals was interesting, and definitely this will allow the participants to explore more avenues in the field of nutraceutical nanotechnology. So on behalf of the entire hyper family, the APTA, the organizing committee, and our principal, I am heartily thankful to ma'am for providing a very in-depth knowledge on a very current issue, that is nanotechnology in nutraceuticals. Thank you very much, ma'am. All the participants are informed that the link for feedback is being given in the chat section. You are supposed to report to the feedback within 30 minutes. Once again, I am thankful to ma'am for such an interactive session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.